Hey guys, welcome back. So now we will be talking about spine 6 this time. Okay, so if you look upside down, so this is what it looks like, right? Okay, 60 reps, right side up. Okay, so spine 6, the point 6 is right here. So the spine goes from wherever, from the top, either at the 14 millimeter or at 18 millimeter and down to where point 6 is. So typically point 6 is the highest point of the bottom line, wherever that is, right? And this is like typically it's about 3 millimeters behind point 2, but in this case it's probably going to be about 5 millimeter behind point 2, which, you know, it can move around, right, depending on your client's actual eyebrows as well. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so first gonna align the front of the brow together. Oops, wrong color. Okay, all right, and then at the bottom, right, so we're gonna mark, start from 0, which is right here, and then 1 millimeter, and then at 4, and then at 7. So 0, 1, 4, 7. Okay, and then on the top, it'll be 0, 2, 6, 10, 14, 18. Sometimes it stops at 14, sometimes, you know, it could go at 18 depending on your client's actual eyebrow growth, right? So 0, 2, 6, 10, 14, 18. All right, cool. Remember, once you mark at the bottom here, 0, 1, 4, 7, and then we're gonna split this in half again. Okay, all right. Now spine 6. So first you have to know where point 2 is. So let's say point 2 is right here, right? And point 6 is the highest point of the bottom line. So this is the horizontal line, and then I go up, 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 up. So there, point 6 is right there. So, right, so the highest point of the bottom line. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it. And do little dots. So go underneath the line. Okay, so go under the top line. It doesn't go on the line. Okay, so just like that. Cool. All right, so now we have the spine 6 marked. Okay, so now I'm going to use the blue color to help me you know, differentiate between the main strokes or the skeletons and then the inserts. Okay, so now let's start from the head strokes first. So the first one from the 0 at the bottom, so it's pretty much go up and kind of curve off just ever so slightly, right? So curve inside the shape, yeah. And you want to stop about, you know, half the thickness of the eyebrow, right? And then from the 1 millimeter in the bottom, so don't forget that you want to kind of aim first right here between the dots, right? So basically go up first before you curve into the dot. Okay. And then right there, you want to aim somewhere here. Yeah, right there before the dot. So I aim about there, right? And then start to curve, soften the line. There you go. So I aim about here. And then this one, I aim about here first. Then again, aim about here. Okay, that line's a bit thick. Do it again. Just the pencil makes it look thick. Okay, all right, so now we have the head stroke, right? And then now I'm gonna do the body of the eyebrow. Okay, now I start from this at the end of the spine, right on the line of shape, and then I curve kind of like slightly outside the line, slightly soften out just a hair, like 0.5 millimeter. Okay, and then just like that, right? Okay, now I'm coming back from to the front, so I like to do kind of front, back, and then go back to the front. Okay, now this time you're gonna eyeball it to keep the spacing pretty much the same. Now you're gonna go, and you're not gonna touch the spine just yet. I'm not gonna touch the spine yet. As you can see, I like to start from outside the line, the shape, kind of like go in, so the flow is nicer from my experience. Then I come from the back. Again, I have to kind of like find so even in real life you can also draw and erase, so that's why we pre-draw. Okay, so now you notice that these lines, I didn't actually touch the spine, right? Like, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like seven line under this spine, right? Now 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 lines are not touching the spine. Actually, number 5 here, sometimes you don't have to touch the spine as well. Okay, now the reason why I do that is because spine 6, it angles down quite drastically. So you, in order to create a curved line, right, it's difficult to to go from this one and then curve into the line. So now I'm going to use a red line to do the second line right away. So basically the insert of this, right? So I'm going to start from this one, start from the outline, from the spine. And then I go into the space right there. Okay, and now you kind of blend this. So the blue and the red here, you can just kind of use your machine or your pencil to kind of blend them together. Okay, all right. So now when you pre-draw, right, so it's up to you. You can just pre-draw just the blues only, right, and without the red at all. But then you just have to make sure that you remember where the spine is, because once you do this pre-draw the blue and then you use the machine, you're gonna be wiping it off, right? So you might lose, you know, where the spine is. So as a beginner, I strongly recommend that you do the mark the blue and this one as well, right, when you do the pre-draw. So when you do your first pass, you're gonna trace all the blue and these ones as well, right, for the head and the body of the eyebrow. Okay, all right, so now we're gonna do the tail, right? So it's from the top here to the tail of the eyebrow. All right, now so you can see, right, there are kind of like line that touches the bottom, and then this one doesn't, and then this one touches the bottom line, right? This one doesn't, it touches and it doesn't, right? Okay, so now I'm going to use the blue again. So point 2 is right there, right? So at the top of the spine, at the top, the highest point of the top line. So I'm gonna start my first line here, like a little further down, right, where what the curves kind of ends, and then it becomes more of a straight line. So right there. Okay, this pencil got thick. Okay, all right, so this is my first line. So this one, as you can see, the top here, it kind of curves into point 2, right? So the top of the line is like kind of curved like this, right here. And then the bottom, although you can't really see much, but I don't just go kind of like straight down like this. I kind of go and then I kind of like soften it just a hair, like kind of flick it out just a little bit, right, to give that more of a natural softness to it. And now the second line is gonna start above the bottom line, so it doesn't touch the bottom line. And now this one is gonna go to point 2. Okay, now the second one, third one, next one, come from the bottom line. And not touching the top, and this one again, not touching the bottom, touch the top, then touch the bottom and not touch the top. Then this one on the spine. This one actually is supposed to go sorry. Okay. Let me do it again. So the first one right on the line, the second one right where point 2 is. Now touch the bottom line, not touch the top, and then not touch the bottom line, right? And then now go to the top line, and then this one touch the bottom line. Now this one go up here, and then there's another one right on the spine. So this one is kind of like a little bit of a Y shape. Does that make sense? So it comes here, it goes up here, and it goes kind of up here. But so basically from the bottom, stop before it goes to the top. This one floats, touch the top. From the bottom, float, right? And then and this one float, touch the top. This one from the bottom, it doesn't touch the top. And this one basically doesn't touch the bottom, but it's kind of connect and then goes into the spine. Okay. Oops. I just kicked the camera. Okay. All right. Moving on. So now we have the skeletons ready. Okay, so now, all right, so it's up to you whether you want to do the red as a part of your skeleton or not, you know, but I strongly recommend that you do with this bit. Okay, all right. So what I like to do when I do spine 6 is I like to start from the back, from the tail. So for me, it's easier for me to draw this way and do the machine this way, because in real life you're gonna have the forehead, you know, that you have area to rest your hand on, and then use the machine. Okay, so from here, from the bottom, right? So you're gonna overlap it just a little bit, and then you're gonna drag it out. So if the lines are like this, right, then you're gonna go overlap it a little bit and then go out. Okay. Same thing, this one, you overlap a little bit, and then, so not too long. And this one again, overlap it. Okay. This one, this little snook right there. So that's where you go, right in between that little Y that we had before. Okay, let me make this blue line a little bit more prominent, make it stand out a bit more. Okay. Okay, all right. And then I'm gonna do another line. So from the top, so this right here, just like that. overlap the blue a little bit and then drag it up, overlap the blue, up, overlap the blue, and then branch it out, overlap the blue, and then branch it out, overlap the blue a little bit and branch it out. Okay, I'm gonna drag this blue out just a little bit more. There you go. All right. I'm gonna bring this blue down just a little bit more. There you go, that looks better. Okay. All right. Okay, now, so this one, we had the blue. So this is the spine, right? Have the blue right here. I'm doing big so you can see better, right? Like this, right? Then you're gonna do the red right there, overlap, and then in it, overlap the blue a little bit, and then there, overlap the blue a little bit, and then, cool, all right. So since we already have it there, so we're not gonna have to do it anymore. Yeah, okay. All right, so now I'm gonna do the red, the front, right? So between the first one, which is short, and then the second one, which is long, I'm gonna do a tiny little insert. There you go. Okay, and then starting from here, then you're gonna overlap, merge to the blue. Here, red, merge in blue. Merge. Merge. Okay. All right, I'm gonna use the green. So now we're gonna go right in that little corner right there. Then now the green, I try to make it parallel to the red. Kind of, not like perfectly. Rather like so kind of like between the two in terms of the angle of the green. Okay. All right, so now back to the body of the brow right here. So you have two options. Making it big so you can see better. Right, so the green can branch off of the red, or the green can branch off of the blue. Right, now sometimes if you have a lot of space, you can have the green branch off the red and the blue. Right. Okay, so this right here, doesn't have a lot of space, right? So I'm not gonna add anything. Like this one, I don't think I'm gonna add anything and make it, might become like kind of a blob. Pigment will kind of heal and become a blob. So this one, I'm gonna extend it from the red right to that line of shape. This one, I'm gonna extend right in between the red and the blue, right? Go to the line of shape. This one, I'm gonna extend from the blue right into the line of shape. This one, I'm gonna extend it from the blue, but stop up there and then extend from itself. So I have, so it will extend and then I use it to extend it again. That's fine as well. This one, I extend the blue and then the green and then the green again. So branch up off the blue, both of them. All right, so it really depends on what you have. And now, like right here, you see there's a little gap, so I'm just gonna branch a little one off. It can cross a little bit, right? It's totally fine. Yeah, so there you go. That's your spine 6 pattern. Right, I'm gonna make the blue a little bit more prominent. The red. All right, there you go. Give it a go, give it a try, and practice, practice, practice. All right, have fun.